Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? It's my morning. I know for some of you guys, it's already evening over there in Asia and Australasia. I believe we have people from Thailand on the call, Australia, certainly New Zealand. Welcome to all of you guys, and people from Europe and from Africa. Hello, hello, hello. I'm still looking a little bit tired. I excuse myself, but I was up until 4 a.m. With my team from Brazil and Argentina. So excuse my little eyes here. It's still early morning here. All right. So we're gonna be in for a treat, for a good session, I hope, because as you know, we're gonna launch the 3 months challenge. Okay, so let me just give you a little bit of a rundown what we're going to do, and then we're going to go into, of course, the game plan here. Okay, so 90 days, as you see here, 90 days to freedom. That's what we want to talk about, because, well, that's really what it takes. It takes a total consistent effort of 90 days in order, and I've seen it over and over in our industry, to really change someone's life. Now, those 90 days, they don't come easy. That's certainly a big sacrifice if done the right way. But I have just really seen so many people when they do in our industry, when they do those 90 days game plans, how everything really afterwards has changed for them. So we're going to talk about that and how this is going to work. Now, as you have noticed, of course, with Utopian Global, we're getting a lot of tools right now. So we're getting like every week, basically a new video, a new recruiting tool out, which is pretty amazing. The sales funnel is totally underway. So lots of things, of course, for you to make the business easier. I'm not sure if you have checked out my videos about the rank, how to achieve the certain ranks in the company. I have no idea if I did. If not, just go to our YouTube channel and you will find it there. And if you don't know where it is, I'm going to show it to you again. Now, 90 days to freedom, that is basically your power book, which you will get and which you will work with and through. Now, before we get started, obviously, what I would like to, of course, make clear with you is not everybody is gonna do. That's clear. There's people dropping out, there's people who are wanting, there's people who are starting, there's people who are wishing, and so on. Then the second thing is, of course, in the 90-day game plan, there's people who are going to do it part-time. And then there's going to be people who are doing it full-time. Now, I obviously do it full-time, yeah, but there's a lot of people doing it part-time. I'm going to tell you what it means, part-time. I'm going to tell you what it means full-time. And that's what it means in hours, in terms of hours we got to put in, if you really want to do this huge change. Now, if you want to do your 1 hour, 2 hours a day, that is fine. But we're really here talking about 90 days to freedom with Utopian Global. And so everybody, when you print that out, you should, of course, put your name to it. And as you see here, invest for a season, or invest a season for a lifetime of freedom. And you're going to work, of course, through this worksheet, basically, and prepare, of course, read it, do your notice, do your bookings, do your appointments, do your list, all the stuff, which, of course, is in this basically workbook, which we have prepared for you. And we're gonna of course put that out into our group, which we are creating, of the 3 months challenge. I believe by tomorrow the group will be created, so we will only let people into that group which actually are active, obviously, which have made a commitment, and which are going to do that. Other people will not going to get into the group. There will be different groups, obviously. There's different languages in Utopian Global, so certainly the Portuguese don't understand English, or the Brazilian, or sorry, the Spanish don't understand, or the French whatsoever. So there will be different groups in that 3 months challenge. But so we will have that group, and we will invite people there, and we will do trainings in there, and we will do, so in the Facebook community, of course, in that group. So we will do live trainings, short trainings, not long, 10 minutes max, things like that, and of course give you updates and so on. Now, let's talk about how a 3 months challenge is done. Now, a 3 months challenge, basically, what it really means is, obviously, we want to make a huge impact. And the first thing, and this is, of course, in your life, so for your groups or whatever you want to do, the first thing when we do a pre-launch is obviously setting your goals. So you got to set your goals, and that could be your rank goal, that could be your team goal, that could be dollar gold or euro gold gold, not gold, you see, I'm talking gold. It's too early, I excuse. I'm talking gold because, you know, I'm a gold girl. Golden girl, yes. So a dollar or euro goal, or for some it's a prestige goal. Okay, so you got to write down in your of course, first step of starting that pre-launch your goals. So let's say you have been a while with us and you may have achieved silver, but you have never gone to that silver, elite, or gold. That could be maybe your goal. Maybe you're just starting with us, and for you, you know, you basically want to take your kids on a holiday, but you're gonna take them to Hawaii, and you're living in, I don't know, in Germany, and you know, it's gonna cost you probably with the family 10 grand. You don't have that currently because whatever. So whatever this is. So then another one is, of course, a team goal. Let's say for me, that's my situation. I want to have the team members really thriving, really, you know, changing their lives, retiring people from their jobs, which they don't like. If they like them, totally fine. I mean, but yeah, I want to see the team really, really growing. I want to see massive explosions in the different places, having meetings all around the globe, and so on. This is for me my team goal, yeah, but not everybody has that. So you got to decide which is your goal, be it your rank goal, be it your team goal, be it your dollar goal, or be it a prestige goal. You know, it could be also very well being a prestige goal. What is a prestige goal? Well, you maybe, we have this upcoming event in Dubai in summer, and when it's nice and hot. So basically, and you wanna not go as a silver. You want to be a diamond. You made that. No, you cannot come as a silver. You must be a diamond, because this is your maybe your prestige goal. Whatever this is for you, but you got to set this up. Okay. And a rank goal, of course, could also be a recruiting goal. Okay, so meaning, okay, I need to recruit so many people in so much time. I want to have so many people in my organization to basically, you know, get there. So this could be also in the rank goal, the recruiting goal. Okay, now in our 3 months challenge, so it says a 3 months challenge, but actually, okay, so it's a 3 months challenge, but actually thinking of basically starting with that tomorrow is probably one of the worst mistakes. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Well, let's say we are today in February 1st, or we start today, February 1st. Well, right now, February 1st to, of course, March, let's say, or April, let's say. This is really our pre-launch, getting ready time, and this is where we basically preparing the ground. This is where when we talk to people, when we get them excited, when we tell our story, when we go really after people. Look, I'm about to launch something absolutely amazing. We are pre-launching that right now. I'm very, very excited. Now I'm looking for people who want to change their life, who want to build a huge business, who want to make some huge income changes, who want to whatever. So you're looking right now, you're sponsoring, you're recruiting, you're going for people who with you want to be in an inner circle of people who want to make a massive impact in their lives. So you're in a pre-launch mode. And of course, what we do in this pre-launch mode is, of course, we recruit people, we go after people where, of course, they need to understand, well, what does it mean? Well, you're launching something really, really big. You're putting together the inner circle. You're telling them about the campaign you're about to do. You're putting, of course, right now a plan, a map of together in order to make those things happen. In order to launch, we are doing a pre-launch in order to launch. So it's your chance that you can be now in an exciting phase of a pre-launch. Okay, so the 3 months challenge, this is what it is. We are pre-launching, because what's happening after that three months challenge? Well, we want to go into launch phase. This is when we want to go and put events in place. This is when we want to, of course, have all those great things happening, but they're only happening after that. So right now we are preparing the ground. We're working our butt off, and I say that because this is really true. And we're preparing the ground, we're getting the people all excited with our story. And so, for example, in my case, the way I would basically tell or frame a story is, look, let's say I would talk to people I know, I meet, I have friends, I admire, respect, approach. What I would say, look, let's say Brian, I would say, look, Brian, you know, I'm the next 90 days, I'm going to be super busy. I know you're a sharp guy. Look, we and myself, we are launching we're pre-launching an absolutely amazing project that entails, of course, building a plastic pyrolysis plant, meaning recycling plastic, making money, and helping the environment. Now, in order to make that happen, I'm building a team of people, of like-minded people, which we put them all together and we work towards raising a massive amount of funds to make this happen. Why? Because this is going to make us a lot of money. It's going to make me a lot of money, and all the people who are right now pre-launching this with me, is going to make them a lot of people. Now, do you care about plastics? Do you care? Is it important to you that we have a better environment? And do you care about making some extra money? Some great extra money, not just some extra money? Or would you have to have a different lifestyle than you're living right now? Or would you, whatever? So depending, of course, on the person I know. And that's what I would basically, the way I would go about that. Now you can also make it differently. You can look, I'm putting together a team of people which we work towards raising funds for the project which we are launching, and we are investing in all kinds of assets which are producing us a very long, stable income. Now, in order to make that happen, we have the right team behind who gets this asset. But in order to make that happen, we are making a massive impact. We are getting a massive amount of people on board who actually bring the money, crowdfund the money in order to make that happen. Now, for that, we need marketers. We need people who promote, and obviously you're going to get paid for that promotion. Now, I'm looking for people who are going to build this, who are going to launch this with me. Well, I'm looking only for people who are strong, who are leaders, who are willing to change their life, who are fed up with their job, who want to have a different lifestyle, and who want to really make big shifts in their life. Okay, and so I'm strong about it. I'm upfront about it. I don't look for the weak people. I don't look for, I don't. They can become customers. I don't talk negative about them whatsoever, but I'm looking here for putting a board of directors together. I'm looking for the strongest, the smartest. I'm looking for people who are doers and not just talkers. And if I make that straight away happen, or if I really come across this straight away in the beginning, that will give a sort of respect. That will sort of, okay, well, wow, you're really on it. You really make it. You're really strong about that. Yeah, sure. I'm not joking around. And of course, that means you cannot be joking around. So you got to be, of course, and make those contacts, make those calls, and get those people that they buy into what your vision is. So you are basically obviously putting that plan together. You need to have your compelling story, your vision, what you want to do with that, and so you got to get those people on board, and then of course show them what we do, and of course these people then again at stages do like I did in the system training. What is the system? Well, the system is obviously getting contacts, getting leads, talking to those leads, inviting those leads to a website, filtering those leads, getting in an appointment, doing the 10 minutes sizzle section presentation, and having them joined up or become a customer or not interested. So we got to get them through this process, the pipeline as we call them, right? This is our job. We just do that. Get leads, qualify the leads, invite them. They come to that website here, +62 fields. They come back to us, or we got back to us. Hey, what did you like best? They say, okay, this, there's not, whatever. So now your intention is to invite them to the 10 minutes presentation. This is where you sit down, you show them the plan to make money, obviously, and you go from there, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. That's why this business doesn't work, which is the sales funnel page, and they funnel through and they never speak to anybody. That never ever works in our business. It's a huge mistake. When people think that, I mean, I've never seen this happen. So this is what, of course, we do here. Now, in our pre-launch, again, so obviously we've got to create a checklist, what people need to do. So what is that checklist? Well, people need to set their goals. They need to, of course, in their preparation phase here, negotiate with friends and family. What do they need to negotiate? Well, if you do a 3-month challenge part-time, because you're a part-timer, what it really means, and I know I'm going to shock you, but I don't care, that's just the way it is. That means if you work 8 hours a day, okay, so you have your job, you work 8 hours in your day, you may be a teacher, you may be a worker on a construction, you may be whatever you are, you have 8 hours work day. Well, you want to do a 3-month challenge, that means you got to put another 8 days, 6 days a week. No, not 5 days, 6 days a week. If you want to do a 3-month challenge, you got to put in an 8 hours, 6 days a week extra work. Okay, that's what it takes. If you are a full-timer like me, you got to put a 16, 17 hours day in. And I can tell you right now, I have days. So probably my day today, it starts here sort of like, it started like 20 minutes ago, but I know I'm going to be on the call. There's no break. Yes, I can just quickly cook some food, but I'm going to be probably in bed tonight at 2 a.m. That's just the way it is. there's just no, maybe if I'm lucky, 2 a.m. Last night was 4 a.m. The night before it was 4 a.m. The night before it was 4 a.m. The night before. So that's just what it is. This is what it takes. But it's only going to be 3 months. It's going to be it's going to be 3 months, which can basically change your life. So some people, they make it a few times in their career. And sometimes some people make it like every 1 year, every 2 years, 3 months full in. But this is what it takes. Now, of course, you can do your 1 hour a day part-timer. But of course, that's never gonna give you that big plus which we're trying to do here. That's getting you here and there a little bit, and maybe you can hope you will recruit this big superstar who's gonna come over from another network marketing company, and he's gonna bring 50,000 people over. You maybe can hope that. I just don't buy into hope. It's not my thing, right? I prefer action. And let me sip a coffee. I prefer to rely on numbers, because I know numbers do not lie, they never lied, and I believe in a plan. This is, if you hope that somebody else is coming over and you're going to join this person, it's like winning the lottery. Unfortunately, the people who play the lottery, they never win, or a few people maybe win, but most likely it's the government who basically puts that lottery together, or whatever, who actually makes the most money, right? Same like a casino. That's what I mean in that phase, in this phase 1, of course, which is the preparation phase, is you negotiate with your friends and family. Hey friends, hey family, I'm not going to have time for you. I'm not going to go out to the cinema. I'm not going to go out to dinner with you. I'm not going to go out playing with the kids. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to do that. And why am I not going to do that? Because I want to do something for us as a family. If you have a family, I want to change our life massively. I want to be able to take the kids to the better college. I want to be able to take our kids to Hawaii. I want to be able to do those things, but it's not going to happen if I just do here a little bit and there a little bit. I got to make massive action. I got to be massively into it, and so this is why I need to negotiate with you. You got to understand me. And the next 3 months, I will unfortunately not have your time. So wife or husband, whoever it does, because there's women who do that 3 talent challenge, and there's men who do the 3 months challenge. Also wife or husband or whatever, got to support me into that. You got to support me that. So understand, I don't have time to wash my clothes. I don't have time to iron a shirt. Please do that for me. That things also belongs to it. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but this is just because this is, of course, all time stealers, which you cannot afford to have, because you have to be on a call, you have to be recruiting, you have to make new contacts, you have to help those new contacts, you have to get the team going, you have to do presentations. You are going to be busy working, and busy working is not learning a lesson. Busy working is not reading the book. That's not. That is really building activities. Okay. And of course, you got to, first of all, now create your story. What is your story? What is your story? So what do I mean by that? Well, my story obviously always has been and always will be the story is, look, I worked, or when I basically started in this industry, I worked in heading the call center for a huge, large network marketing company, and didn't know it was network marketing, basically selling products and services, and worked full time in the evening in the restaurant. Why? Well, because obviously I didn't understand that I was working in the red race plan, and I worked very, very hard. Why? Because I wanted to get a nice holiday. I wanted to have a good lifestyle. I wanted to have be able to buy nice clothes, stuff, all this stuff like that. Yeah, because I wanted to have more money, because the main job wasn't giving me enough money, which I basically wanted to have. And so I was working super, super hard. And then one day I got introduced, and of course, I met some people. I went to my company's convention, which we prepared, which I actually helped to prepare, because had to obviously put the technical stuff together because I worked for corporate for the company, and there I listened to stories. A school teacher from England, 70 years old, a clown from Germany, they would make more money. And of course, Bill Rowell, they would make more money in 1 month than I would make the whole year in my 2 jobs. Yeah. And so that was frustrating. I was like frustrated. I couldn't understand. And I never, and because I was never basically introduced to a concept that you could basically make money while you sleep. I was never introduced to a concept of leverage. And so when I learned about that, I wanted to have that, obviously. And so and that's my story. So I started with a company, and I learned all the skills necessary in order to make that happen. And since then, of course, in my first year, I could get rid of my first job, and then in my almost third year, I could get rid of both of the jobs. And since then, and now 10 years I'm basically living the lifestyle and have financial freedom because I make more money while I sleep than I can spend when I'm awake. So that didn't happen from nothing. That happened from obviously understanding the principles and really full in working. And so that's my story. Now, other people have other stories. Other people start, look, I'm just starting this business. Basically, I got introduced to some people. They showed me this amazing business, and I want to make a change in my life. Why? Well, because I'm a school teacher, and I'm a mom, and I work damn hard, and I'm not getting where I want to go. But I have been exposed to this amazing concept of leverage, to this amazing concept of owning real assets, which reduce your income. I have been introduced to this amazing concept to helping the environment, get rid of those plastics, and at the same time earning a really great residual income. And so I want to make this happen for me. And I'm in my beginning. I'm just starting. I'm on my journey, but I know this is where I'm going because I'm gonna just do what the people which are in this business doing, and so I'm gonna just mirror exactly them. And this is my plan. Now, are you in? Would you like to do that? What I'm doing? Would you like to be in my team? So this is how. Basically, let's say if you have you don't have yet created your story, but you create a story, or what was the story I did here the other day? Yes, so the other day I heard a story basically from a person who's getting started. So he had actually owned a huge supermarket with 20 people. And working for them and so on. And he was basically moving to another country, wanted to open there another one, and had partnered up with a good friend, best mate of him, whatsoever. And so they wanted to do this business. And so in another country, this guy ran off with his money. So all his money, everything was gone. And of course, and of course, he needed to get started. He needed to do something. He had no money. Everything was gone. His business partner disappeared and basically wiped him out. And so he himself and his family were on the street. And so he was introduced to network marketing just great concept in a different company. That's a story I just telling you, which I just heard the other day, and this guy is starting with us now. So he went on and became the top income earner in that country, expanded it to other countries. He made, I think, 5 million in personal income per year. So that's a nice income. It's a nice income, but because he had no choice. He needed to make money. He needed to get his family, obviously, get them food, really get them paid the roof over their head, right? So great story. I mean, of course, he tells more emotionally, which of course we all have to craft, but I can't tell his story because this is his story. I can only repeat. That this company, unfortunately, things happened to the company. So he's moving over now to us. So I hope he's going to create an amazing story, which I believe he will. But those are stories. So he, of course, would tell a story. Look, this is my story. I come from this. I have experienced that. I had been very successful. I lost it all. I needed to create another income, and here I am. And I see this as my way out. So I'm launching this team. I know I have the right mindset. I have the right attitude. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna work very hard. And are you with me? Would you also like to be on this challenge with me? Are you with me and creating a better lifestyle? So you got to, for yourself, see your compelling story and create your compelling story. Okay, very, very important. And then, of course, you got to create your mastermind. So you got to create your own mastermind. So you recruit your mastermind. So when I say recruit your mastermind, you always want to recruit up. You don't recruit down. You recruit up, meaning you recruit people who are better than you, who are better. I'm crap in numbers. Like I can recognize Claudia is crap in numbers. I'm not a numbers girl. I'm not. It's just like not. Okay, I learned to do the compensation plan. I learned to explain the compensation, but it's not my strong. It's not my strength. I mean, I'm good in connecting. I love people. I'm that yellow person, that yellow personality which loves and hugs and this. I'm not the numbers. But then we have other people who are numbers person, like Brian from Norway, Australia. He's a numbers guy. He just breaks it down, okay, and the numbers are up. I'm not that person. So you recruit people who are better than you, who are better in different areas. It's good when you recruit people who are really great nurturers. They empower, motivate the people, motivate the team. You recruit people who are really good in organizing events. They're organizing and putting structure together. Bang, 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 let's go. You recruit people, they're good in creating nice team slides, doing everything visual. They love working on the computer, design stuff, and so on. So this is what I mean. You recruit your mastermind of people, because as a team, when we want to, of course, launch those massive events, you need all these people. You need people who are standing on the door, who are basically looking after the tickets, putting the tickets aside, signing in, joining up people. You need people who lift up others. You need people who introduce others. You need people who motivate. You need people who do the organizing of the event. You need all those kind of people. You need the master of ceremony when you do the presentations. You need to have the person who is then on stage and maybe crack some jokes and makes everybody like at ease again in those presentations. You need all those kind of stuff. You need the person who does flyers for the event, because he's very creative. So you will need eventually these people. So that's what I mean with you recruit your mastermind group. Okay, so what else? So you basically 90 days launch, and your 90 days challenge. I mean, sorry, not day launch. Your 90 days challenge is basically gonna be your pre-launch. It's gonna be basically your pre-launch in order to go to launch. So let's say we started on the 31st of January. We start on the 1st of February, which is today. So really, the launch is really only going to be in June. Now we have February, we have March, we have April, we have May, and we have June. Okay, so in June is when actually the events have to happen. So we have, again, February, we have March, we have April, we have May, we have June. But this is 5 months, it's not 3 months. Well, now February and March is what we use to, of course, really getting started. That's when we get started now. Now we are getting started. We are doing our pre-launch. We're getting started. Okay, we're getting people into groups. We're getting people ready. We're recruiting our people. We're preparing them. We're putting the action plan together. We're putting your group of inner circle together. That's what we're doing right now. So we basically, so the first 2 weeks, as I said, it's like you negotiate with, you create your story, recruit your mastermind group. Your mastermind group should consist of 20 people. That's 20 people who are willing to launch this with you. That's what you do in your first 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks. So you go out, you call your list. Look, listen, John, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you urgently because I know you're a busy person. I'm a busy person. I need to show you a concept which I'm going to work on, and I'm going to make a lot of money, and I want you to make a lot of money. Come on down. We're going to get together. I'm walking you through. It's going to take a coffee, and I'm going to launch. I'm going to show you about what I'm about to do. And I want you, because I know you this, on my team. What is it about? Can't tell you. You come down. And this is when you basically you sit down. Look, you tell them your story. Look, we were introduced to this company. We're doing great things, amazing things. It's a huge project, and we need, of course, voices to get out there to get money into the door in order to be able to do that. Great project, great environment project, great project for your for money. Are you in? Are you out? Okay, next. Who do you know that? Do you know that somebody would be interested? So you got to come over with really authority that you are on a strong mission. If you say it weak, not gonna happen. You got to be strong. They're gonna see, well, she's really serious, that girl, or he's really now serious. They may don't know you as a serious person. They may know you as a, person who, does something, but you got to come across very serious. They need to, if they know you as a person who talks a lot, but then really doesn't do action, you got to come across serious. You got to come, they got to see a shift this time in your voice, in your energy, and everything. Because then only they will obviously buy into. So in your first 1 to 2 weeks, you have to recruit your mastermind group. Now, sometimes it takes longer, maybe it takes 3 weeks, maybe it takes 4 weeks, right? But this is your goal. That's why I said massive action. That's why you cannot recruit your mastermind group in what? In basically, if you do it 1 hour a day, this is not possible. You need to meet with those people. You need to sit down with them, or you have it on the phone. I mean, gosh, if I would just tell you the last days, like I'm with a group of people on the call. They're coming over from a different company, and so I had met them many years ago, and we have reconnected because that's the power is in obviously staying in contact with a lot of people, and praising them what they do, and so on, and but of course you make connections. But I'm nonstop on the calls with them, nonstop explaining this, that, whatever, not this. I mean, there's lots of stuff. It takes a lot of time, and I go through, and then the next, and I bring the next person on board, and again. There it starts again, telling the story. There it starts again, showing the plan. There it starts again, showing the back office. There it starts again, training them. It's a lot of time. But eventually, I have trained them well, so they don't need me anymore. Okay? Eventually, I have done this. So they don't need to ask me, oh, where's this? Oh, where's this? No, they know that. So they don't need me there anymore. Anyhow, so where was I? So this takes that time. But look, if you just work the numbers, if 20 people in your mastermind group who are doing the business, who are starting with you, starting this pre-launch with you, if they each recruit also their 20 people, well, how many people are you going to be? You're going to be 440 people when you start your launch on June 1st. Your launch event, your big event. That's going to be 440 people. Now, If you put 440 people in a room, you think there's a good vibration? Absolutely. This is, of course, for people who are starting now. It could be you or myself. Obviously, I'm not starting with that. I'm starting a new pre-launch and I'm starting a new challenge, but I'm not starting with 20 people. I'm starting with way more people. So that will, of course, mean on the 1st of June, we're going to have a convention together where there will be thousands of people. Okay, very, very, very different, but it doesn't matter. Like, imagine you have 400 people coming to an event. Imagine that. It is said if you have 100 people coming to your event, 100 people basically buying tickets, 100 people attending, then you have created basically a business which doesn't matter if you stay in the business, you go somewhere else, you whatever, that normally should grow, be it you there, be it not you're there. If, of course, you build it right and you have built it that they don't all depend on you. That's why this is really, really important. Okay, but this is basically what we do, right? So your first phase is the preparation, recruiting your mastermind. The second phase is, of course, the pre-launch, which takes around 30 days. It's those start calling blitzes, multiply obviously your mastermind group, add a promotion to it. The phase 3 is then getting into the momentum. So really, you see now things happening. You see there's groups here, building there, everywhere, and so they're all like doing their little sessions. Maybe they're small sizzle sessions in hotel lobbies. Maybe they even in restaurants, maybe they booked a side room, so they have all their stuff there happening already, or could be Zoom calls going on everywhere, where they're just full of Zoom calls, of presentations, and so on in their first 45 days. So you're really shifting into a different stage of momentum. And then, of course, for phase 4 eventually will then be all the planning towards that event. That event, 1st of June or 2nd of June, or could be 15th of June, could be end of June, whenever you plan that in June. June is just the rule of thumb. If we start working full February, March, which we use really as our pre-launch in this 3 months challenge, and then, of course, really in April is when we have put all this together, when we have all those people in the business, or being as customers, be it as business people, when we have this massive momentum going, and then, of course, that needs to then lead to that event. So basically, that's what we do. I mean, I send everybody who is in, of course, this worksheet, basically with it could be here creating your story, recruit your mastermind group, all your list which you fill in, etc., there, right? And of course, you got to track everything you do. You got to track everything, meaning you got to track your list of people you talk to. You got to track your list of the people you talk to and who said maybe yes, maybe not, we're not sure, but you need to follow up, you need to invite them again, and so on. You got to track everything, and you got to put it, of course, in written somewhere. You're starting this the pre-launch phase. So it's everything basically at the momentum phase, shifting into the gears, is basically in that. And basically, and again, like as I said, it's all doing the pipeline. The pipeline is what I did in the training and it's uploaded the training as well. On first, I believe I did the training, which is that pipeline. That's all what we do, the pipeline. Contacting people, sending them, qualifying them, send them to a website if they agreed to watch the website, if they agreed to watch a video, if they agreed to watch a tool. We send them to the website, we follow up, we of course then get them to attend a presentation, a 10 minutes, 15 minutes, short overview presentation. Again, we qualify, we follow them up, we join them up, repeat. That's what we do. Basically, that's it. So I talked enough. I get you this stuff. This is your website. It's your interim website right now, which we use, and in new sales funnel is going to come out very, very soon with new created videos. We have awesome videos created right now already, and which you can use as tools, but everybody basically should be sent here. And again, they watch the first video, then they watch the second video, they have a little bit of a clue, and now they're going to be, you do the follow-up call, and now you're going to invite them to see if they would like to learn more, how they could make money out of that. Okay, great. And then you sit down, obviously you show that 10 minutes presentation. Brian is teaching us more on how to do that, how to exactly do that, and that's the process you repeat. Obviously, we're going to give you more coachings on better inviting, on how to master the inviting process, how to master the story process, storytelling process, and so on. But this is basically the 3 months challenge. Obviously, as we talk about here, sorry, in my presentation, we're gonna launch a incentive, and the incentive will be launched in the second step of a 3 months challenge. That's always the case. Right now, it is recruiting your mastermind. After the recruiting of the mastermind, there will be then becoming, of course, there will be the incentive, because now you have recruited the mastermind. Now we're working towards that incentive, that's basically what we do in this 90 days of massive action, massive work to freedom. 90 days, massive out. Again, if you're part-time, that's 8 hours, 6 days a week. You should do your business, work your business. If you are full-timer, that is 16, 17 hours a day working your business. I am a full-timer. I work my business I work it 7 days a week, but okay, that's me. And because I have to do also other stuff. Yes, I live and breathe it. There's nothing else for me. I love, of course, friends, family. I love to have fun, hang out, sure. But there's periods of times in your life where you have to do other things. And then there's periods of time of your life you can have fun. And I can tell you, I have fun. I rather fly in the airplane business or first class than the other class. It's just more comfortable. So I decided to do so a long time ago. And that is, of course, part of eventually, basically traveling in style. I don't like to stay in small resorts. I like to stay in really nice, wonderful resorts. I like to give a nice tip. I like those things, but of course that took time to get me there, obviously, to be able to do those things. But that's, of course, what I can do today. And what else? So basically, yeah, it's amazing. We have a huge mission. And again, I mean, it's a perfect timing we are right now, because we, as a company perspective, we can say we own assets, we have assets. So job done, it's there, they're producing, soon we're gonna get paid. Okay, sweat equity off. We are not anymore in the starting point where we started a year ago. Okay, very different story, you can just talk with way more confidence. It's just very different when we tell the story. And now, of course, well, we are raising funds, collecting funds for what? For building this plastic recycling plant. Who on earth is not interested to live on a better place? I mean, who likes to see trash? I don't know, I don't. Who doesn't want to buy into what we do here? I mean, so this is what you have to compel. This is what you have to tell people. Look, we can't wait for the governments to do that. We can't wait for all those people. We have to then take action now. We have to become responsible. How do we become responsible? Well, look, we have this company here, Utopian Global, which is the marketing arm. We have Store. Store is doing the projects. They have the expertise. They have the knowledge. They have the know-how. All what we need is money. Once we have this money, those are the projects we're going to be. We're going to build 100 sites. 100 sites, that's just the beginning. We're going to build way more. That's just the beginning. But we need to get to that first site. And what's required, it's money. We have the people, the expertise, the knowledge, the know-how. As quicker we get to build this spastic paralysis plant, as quicker, of course, we have money as well. We're making money now from the marketing of the products and services, and we're going to make money from that end product which is coming out. So would you like to have a short-term income, or do you want to have a long-term income? This is what we have to tell. We have to punt that story like big time. And that's basically what I have to say. Again, we're putting that group together probably by tomorrow, Sunday. We will have that challenge group together in the English-speaking language, and we only add people who, we are not adding prospects. No, we don't add people. We only add people who are doing the challenge, and who are. They must have a package. They must be active. They must be responsible. We're only adding these people. Okay. If you go out of the campaign, you don't want to do it, you're out of the group. Pretty simple. If you're inactive, you're out of the group. Okay. We are serious here. We don't want to have time wasters. We are serious. We're going to go where we have a mission. We have not only a mission, we have a vision. I mean, I have a huge vision for that here for all of you guys. Absolutely. So in order to make this happen, we've got to play a serious game here. So with that, guys, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the training. I was a little bit strong, but you got to be strong. No time for playing around, let's do it. 90 days to freedom. Again, as we say here, invest a season for a lifetime of freedom. Let's do it. With that, guys, in that mastermind group, of course, we're gonna do trainings. We're gonna do all that stuff. Yeah. So with that, thank you so much. I'm doing another presentation, obviously, today. That's the corporate webinar. Not sure if Bill is going to be on today, but yes. So I'm going to upload this training in our mastermind group as well, so that you have it. You can listen to it again. And if you, in order to learn about where this mastermind group is, of course, we will announce it in our Utopian Global influencers group, as well as in the other groups, so that you can see where you can find that link in order to join. But again, only people who are going to do it. Okay. And it's fine if you're not doing it. If you're not going to do it, that is totally fine. I mean, it's okay. It's no problem. We're looking for people who are serious, and because this is what we do in this 90 days this game plan. Okay, this is how it is working, this is how it's built, this is how all companies do it, in order to have a major things happening. And so that's it. Thank you, guys, girls, everybody, and have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful day, and I hope you make the right decision to get on this 90 days game plan. Thank you.